Aloha, Richard Halverson here. This is ITS128. And let me share my screen. And let's see, we have not finished chapter 8 yet. And I think we got up to like lab 822 or so. Let me look on the videos. We finished up to 8.22. So I'm going to start with 8.23 and try to finish up these last four labs in this video. So the first one here is car wash, where we're going to write a program to calculate the total price for a car wash. Okay, and the base price is $10, and then you're going to ask the user for 2 additional services, or up to 2, 1 or 2, and or 0, 1 or 2, I guess, because you can put a dash, and that would be no. That would be you're not selecting anything. I guess you just want the base car wash. And then it outputs the services you chose and the cost. And so if you look at what you start with here, you're going to start with the services, and there's air freshener, which I guess is $1. Rain repellent is $2. Tire shine is $2. Wax is $3. A vacuum is $5, and the base car wash is $10. So we're going to ask the user what the 2 choices are. And then we're going to print out something that looks like this. It looks like it's going to print this. Okay, so let's say you ask for these 2 options. It's going to print this out always. And then because you entered tire shine, it's going to print this line out. Because you entered wax, it'll print this line out. In this case, in this example, you're only asking for the rain repellent, and you're not asking for anything for the second option. So it only prints out this plus the rain repellent, and it does not print out the fourth line here. And then at the end, it prints out the total price. Okay, so I'm going to make a REPL, and I'm going to call it this. Let me copy this and go over here to my teams, ITS128, create a new one. And I'm going to use the Python template, and I'm going to call it that. And I'm going to paste in this. Paste. And I think I'm also going to paste in this up here just in case, so we know what's going on. Copy. And I'm going to do enter, paste. Okay. And for those of you that don't have access to a browser, you can always just go to, I have a new browser up here, and you go to this http://replit that. So you can go here. And you end up right where we are. See, I'm doing this one right now. It's this URL, replit.com/&ITS128/. And you can see all the ones that we've worked on before. All right, so let me get rid of this. Okay, so the first thing we do is we create a dictionary here. This dictionary contains our services, the services and the cost. So the key, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items in the dictionary, and then the base car wash. Base wash is this, and we start out with a total of 0, and we are going to print. So we're gonna print ZY car wash. Print that. And then we're also going to print base, no matter what, we're going to print base car wash dash or hyphen space $10. And then we're going to want to we're going to have to keep track of this total here. So let's add the base equals total plus base underscore wash. You know, I'm gonna put a string here, an input string, so I know what, so the user knows what the program is asking for. And so what the program is asking for here is the service choice 1 and service choice 2. And then, okay, so now we have a service choice 1 and we have a service choice 2. And we want to go, we want to check to see if the service choice 1, service choice 1, if service choice 1 is in the dictionary, that would be the dictionary of services. If service choice 1 is in the dictionary, now what we're really asking is there a key value? Is there an item in the dictionary with a key with the key value of this? Okay. So if it's in there, then we're going to print, well, we're going to do two things. We're going to add the value onto total. So total equals total plus services. This is how you get at what that service choice is. Okay, so this takes the service choice, indexes the dictionary, and gets the value, and so this is the value of the item of which this is the key, and so that value is going to be added onto total, and so that total is now going to be increased by that value. And then we would want to print it. It's going to look like something like rain repellent. So that would be the first thing we're going to print is the service choice 1. We're going to print that out, and then we're going to print a couple hyphens, and we can do this lazy comma printing like this. We don't have to do that formatting thing because we're just going to put a space in between each one. Oh, we're not. We got to do this $sign thing. All right, so I guess we got to do some kind of format thing. So let's do it this way. I'm going to do the service choice goes there. And then space dash dash space $, and then the second service choice dot format args is going to be service choice 1, comma services. All right, now this looks confusing. So I'm gonna say the value. I'm gonna make it easier. The value is equal to services service choice 1. Okay, and that way I've got this. I've grabbed out with whatever the value is. I've grabbed it out and it's there. So now I can just say services total equals total plus value, and I can for down here I can say service choice 1 and value, and it's more simple. It's more easily understood. All right, so that's for service choice 1, and I'm going to do this. You would do the same thing for service choice 2. So you're going to want to fill in for service choice 2. Services. And then so here you're going to do something. Make sure you do something. And then at the end, you're going to print out the, you're going to print out this thing and this. Okay, so you're going to print this. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you're going to print total price. Okay. Total price, colon, space, $, these curly things, and then end quote dot format total. I think this will work. Do I have to do some kind of no, I guess I don't. I guess we're doing all integers here. How close am I? I wonder if that's going to work. Well, anyway, okay, let's see this. Let's see if this works. So I'm going to do, I'll do this one up here. Base, tire shine and wax. Okay, run. This thing is not, this is, since I'm using the free version, it's not always on. So what do? Let me stop it and run it again. It's going to say, takes a little while to kick in. There we go, working, connected. I guess I got to hit run again. Okay, service choice 1, and I'm going to say tire shine. And I'm going to do a dash. And it says car wash of $10, tire shine of $2, total price $12. Okay, that's like rain repellent. So anyway, I think this is enough. I think you can probably finish this off. All right, very good. So what's next? Lab 8.24, word frequencies. All right, so in this one, we're gonna read in some words. Well, let's look at what they give us down here. Let me make sure I'm going to the default template. Okay, I am. We're gonna read in some words, and we're gonna split them based on a space. And then we're going to build a dictionary. These words are going to go in, and we're going to build a dictionary using this build dictionary method, and that's what we're going to write. And this dictionary that we build is going to have the frequencies of each word. It's going to add up the frequencies of each word, and then it's going to sort the dictionary. It's going to sort by the words, and then it's going to print out for each word how many there were in there, and that's what this dictionary key does. So the dictionary, our dictionary is going to look something like this. Okay, so let's say these are the 4 words that are read in. I guess you still have to read in the words. Where does it type in the? Okay, you still have to type in the words. It doesn't say what. Oh, here's the input. Okay, this is an example of input. So it's just a bunch of words separated by spaces, and then this thing, splits them into a list of words, which would look like this. See, let's say you read in this, hey, hi, Mark, and this mark is different than this mark. So there's 2 highs. There's one hey, there's one mark with a capital M and one mark with a lowercase m. And so it's going to end up being a list like this. After the split thing, words is this, the list of words. And what you're going to create is this dictionary. And you notice for each word, there is a key, dictionary key. And then the value is the number of times that word occurs in the list. So you're basically just going to scan through the list. You're going to have a for loop which goes through each word in the list, and we're going to create a dictionary, and the dictionary is going to start out being empty, and we're going to look in the dictionary to see if the word is in there already. If the word is in there already, then we're just going to add 1 to the value. If the word's not in there, then we're going to put the word in there with a value of 1. So that's how we'll start that. So that's how we start out the item. The first time, it's not going to be in there, so you add it with a value of 1. And then if there's a subsequent occurrence of that word, the word will be in there, at least with a value of 1, and then you just increment that value. Whatever that value is, you add 1 to it. So that's going to be our strategy. All right, so let's create a REPL. I'm going to copy this and go over here and go to here and go to here. And I'm going to go here and I will copy all this. Copy. I'll put that here. And then I'll copy the starting code. Copy. I'll put that down here. Okay, so the words parameter is a list of strings. Yeah, this is a list of strings. Okay, so here we read in the words and we split it, and it comes back with the dictionary. And so let's just take this. This is a dictionary. It's already created. I'm going to copy this dictionary that's already created, and I'm just going to say return dictionary equals that. I'm just testing. I'm just going to see what happens here. Okay, so it's going to return that. Does that work? Will that work? No, we're not. Return dictionary. Okay. So I just threw that in there, and what we're going to do is we're not going to return the same dictionary all the time. We're going to take this and create the dictionary and then return it. But I just want to see this thing work. Okay, these are not sorted, and I'm just going to see this thing work. Let me click this. It's sitting right here waiting for me to enter some words. Okay, now is the time for time is now. And it says forever, later, now. Okay, so basically it returned this dictionary and then it sorted it. You know, these are sorted and the values are there. Okay, so anyway, the return mechanism works, the sorting works. We confirmed that all this works. This splitting thing works. Enter words. So that should be in there because I want it to say something. But anyway, now we just have to write this. I'm gonna delete all this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna delete this. And I'm gonna make this. All right, an empty dictionary. Okay, so I got this list of words. It's a list of words, so I can loop through the list of words. For word in words, how's that? For each word in words is if the word is in the dictionary. Return dictionary. If the word is in return dictionary, it's in there, then there must be a number, a value associated with it. It's going to be at least 1. The value is going to be at least 1. So I just want to increment that value. How do I get at that value? Well, it's like this: return dictionary of word plus equals 1. That'll increment it by 1. That's all there is to it. Now, if the word is not in the dictionary, then we want to just put it in the dictionary. And I think we can do that. We don't have to do anything special. We just specify it. We just specify this new value. We can just do let me check to make sure I'm not leading you astray here. Right. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, you just say what it is. Return dictionary of word, and it's not in there, so this is putting it in there, and we're setting it equal to 1. Okay, I think that's about it. If there's a way to start this up again. I don't know how you start it up again. There must be missing something. Oh, it is. Oh, okay. It did run. Okay, sorry. What's going on? Why didn't it? Do I have something wrong here? There must be something wrong with my code. Dictionary. Enter words. Oh, this is the problem. I put the string in the wrong place. I was splitting. I was splitting on that thing, and it didn't make any sense. Okay, this is what I want to do. This is it's terrible when we cascade these methods like this, and it's just we leave it for you at home to be able to figure out what's going on. Okay, so anyway, there, enter words, a high mark, high mark, and it sorts it. All right, so anyway, I gave all that to you, so let's go to the next one. All right, Scrabble points. All right, so this one is quite similar to the last one. Basically, what it is it adds up the points. Like if you're playing Scrabble, you know, and Scrabble, you may make these words out of the letters, and each letter has got a point value. And so how many points you get is, you're able to make the word, and then you get the number of points you get is adding up the points for each letter. And so here's the little squares are called tiles, and this is the value for each one. So if you do a word, if you're able to, if you have tiles, if you have all those tiles and you're able to somewhere on the board make a PYTHON, and then you end up with a score of 14. Why? Because P is 3 plus Y is 4 equals 7 plus T plus 1 equals 8. H 4 is 12. 13, and N, I presume, is 14. Okay, so that's how you get 14. So we just have to write code to read this in and go one letter by one letter and add up what the total is. Well, this is really an easy one. So let's, so I guess I'll start you out here. And this is the comments up above. And this is the starting code, which they just gave you the dictionary here. So I'll copy the dictionary over. And then we just got to read in the word. The word equals some input. Enter the word. Do. And then we just do for a letter and word. No, I start out with the total. Total equals 0. For letter and word. Total equals total plus, something like that, probably work. And then you print it out, and that's all there is to it. I'll let you work on that. So what's next? 826. Check to see. Oh, check if list is sorted. Okay, so this is an interesting one. This is a good one. So what we're gonna do is we're given a list. We're given a sortable list. Given a list, And we're just supposed to say if the list is sorted or not, and sorted it in increasing order. So, so the strategy would be to, all right. So here's some code, and you're given this list like this. Here's a list of numbers. Here's another list of numbers. It doesn't have to be a list of numbers. It just has to be a list of something that can sort. But in this case, we're doing numbers. And what's the strategy? Well, let's look at pairs. Let's look at pairs of adjacent numbers starting from the beginning. Look at each adjacent pair of numbers. And the left number has to be, if it's in increasing order, the left number has to be less than or equal to, let's say we'll accept two numbers that have the same value. So then they'd have to be right next to each other. But so we look at adjacent pairs starting from the beginning, and each one, the one on the left has got to be less than or equal to the one on the right. Okay. So in this case, first we're going to look at this pair, and then we're going to look at this pair, and then we're going to look at this pair, and then we're going to look at this pair. And this one will fail because the one on the left, in this case, the one on the left is not less than or equal to the one on the right. It's greater than the one on the right. Let me make this a little bigger so you can see it. See, so the strategy is starting with the first pair. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's 5 numbers. We're only going to do four comparisons. This one here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, there's 5 numbers. We're going to do 4 comparisons. We're going to compare these two. This passes. This passes. This passes. This passes. We're at the end, and they've all passed. None of them failed. So this is in order. In this case, we keep on going until either we're at the end, in which case if everything passes, then it's in order, or if somewhere along the way it fails, like in this case it fails, then right at that point we know it's not in order. It's not in order because there was a case where there was a pair not in order. So okay, and so this little method here that we're going to make is just going to take this list and look at the pairs, and it's either going to find, it's either before it gets to the end, it's either going to find a pair that's out of order, or it's not. It's going to make it all the way to the end. If it makes it all the way to the end, then it is in order. If it doesn't make it all the way to the end, then it's not in order. So let's create a REPL for this. And I will copy all this. And I'll copy the code, starting code. All right. So it returns a true or a false. It returns a true or a false. Okay, so this is a list of something. And so we're just going to do four item. No, I guess we got to index them. So let's index them. 4 I index in the range of 0 to the length of nums minus 1, okay, because we want to loop through one less. Okay, if there's 10 items, we're gonna do 9 comparisons, not 10 comparisons. And so if we were to just to leave it like this, it's gonna do 10. You know, we just want to do 9. So let's do minus 1. And so it's going to start out with 0. We're starting out this is going to index the items, okay? So it's like it indexes 0 plus it's going to do I. We're going to compare index I with index I plus 1 because it starts at 0. So we're going to say so we can just look, okay, 4. Oh, wait, I did that. If nums of I is we're testing for failure. So that means if there's an index that's greater, if there's an index that is greater than the next one, then we've failed, then it's not in order. So nums of I plus 1. If nums of in other words, if I is equal to 0, 1, 2, if I is equal to 3, if nums of 3 is greater than nums of 4, then we have failed. So we're just going to return false. Okay. Otherwise, we just keep on looping, and if we get all the way to the end, and we have never returned false, and we're all the way to the end, then we're returned true, and then it must be sorted because it never failed. When we tested the pair, it never failed. Let me see. We're doing Scrabble. No, we did Scrabble Points already. We're doing checkup list is sorted. Seems like a pretty simple solution to me. Well, anyway, I think this is right. So you can test it yourself. Okay, so we are at the end of 8.26. And so I think I will end this video, and maybe I'll start working on the next chapter here. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped.